Okay, so today's review is going to be Stalker Clear Sky, as you can see in front of me. I went out and picked this up on Thursday, which was the 4th of September. So that was a release date in Australia. Firstly, obviously starting with the box, there really isn't much to it. It's just a standard box. Has the opening thing on the front with a nice panoramic picture. Standard details on the back with gameplay pictures, stuff, system requirements on the bottom. Inside the box you get your manual, which just obviously tells you what to do, gives you a rundown of weapons and stuff, and the game CD. So in terms of actual features, really there isn't much to it. I'm not sure if there is a special edition. I would have got it if I could, but the guy said there wasn't, so this is what I got.
I'll start first with the graphics. As you can see, the graphics in Stalker have always been really good. Textures are just amazing. Lighting, especially in Clear Sky, is just fantastic. You'll definitely see a lot of great things. You know, textures have terrific effects. You'll see brickwork that actually looks like each brick has a crevice and stuff, but when you look really closely at it, it's just a really well done texture. Lighting is absolutely fantastic. You see shadows that are cast like every individual leaf off a tree. Nighttime is just stunning, because unlike in the first game, nighttime is actually dark. Like, if you don't have a flashlight or anyone around you with any kind of light, that's it. It's just pitch black. The beams cast by flashlights are really, intense. They cast strict shadows. Character detail is just amazing. When you look at the characters, like you can see here, it's just amazing. When you look at, each guy has, you can see the freaking hair on his face if he doesn't have a mask. They sit down, they eat. All the suits have tremendous detail, and light is cast by natural things, fire, street lamps that are still operational, stuff like that. It's just absolutely amazing graphics wise.
Don't be a jerk, holster your weapon.
In terms of actual gameplay, well, it's pretty much exactly the same as the original Stalker. It brings the same, gunplay to it. If you like the gunplay in the first one, you'll definitely like Clear Sky. There are a few new elements, but pretty much it's the same quality gunplay. I like it a lot. There's a really large selection of weapons, and the sound is just fantastic for those. You can actually hear the difference in the weapons. So if you start the game and you get the basic pistol, and you're gonna shoot it, and it's gonna be pretty much a pop gun. It sounds pretty weak. As you progress, obviously you can find better weapons. Let's say you find a better pistol with a bigger bullet. You can definitely hear the power of that bullet. What you're gonna find though is more with the rifles. You start the game with basically a pistol and a sawn-off shotgun, and the pistol, obviously, as I said, sounds pretty weak, but the shotgun is pretty impressive. So what's gonna happen is you fire the gun, obviously, and it's a shotgun, so it sounds pretty good. And when you first hear it, you think, well, a shotgun is not going to sound much different no matter what kind of gun it is. But as you progress and you get the different guns, so let's say you go on and you find a pump action shotgun, it sounds a lot more powerful, and then you go on and find a Spaz 12, and that sounds goddamn terrific. So you move on. In terms of enemy AI, it is pretty intelligent. In the first game, the AI was okay. If you turned up the difficulty, basically what happened was the AI the AI didn't get any better, it just got a hell of a lot more fluky. So in the first game, and in this one too, I suppose you could say, you really can't get exposed to the hard AI, because they will kill you pretty much instantly. In this game though, the AI is a lot smarter, so they're going to use tactics against you. They will flank, someone will draw your fire. They're going to throw grenades, as you saw just before, and that will really, put a fire under your butt to get you moving. Because in the original game, you could sort of just sit there and take it and pop off the headshots, pretty much. Now though, it's basically a chance of, if you stay put, you are gonna get fucked up. That's pretty general, because they will flank you and they will throw grenades. I've had a couple of times where I've been, you know, pinned down pretty much, trying to pop off some headshots. All of a sudden I hear one of the guys I was fighting, they happen to be bandits, say something along the lines of, "Hey, catch this, Merc," and then all of a sudden I had like 6 grenade indicators around me. Let's say on the short end of the stick for that one, I got screwed. Basically I died instantly. I had to reload a checkpoint, oh not a checkpoint, sorry, a quick save, and that was a while ago. With the gunplay and the gameplay and stuff, at night time, the game is just terrific. The AI is really smart at night time. They will, if there's like a fight going on, if you're going to attack a position, your guys won't have their flashlights on when they're approaching. So the enemy, if they're just guarding the position, they're gonna have lights on so they can see, right? But otherwise, your guys are just approaching in the dark, and now obviously someone gets too close or something, then the shit goes down, and the enemy will turn off their flashlights unless they're in a building. So, you know, stuff like that. The AI for animals is also incredible, because animals have this, you know, pack mentality. These dogs you can see on the screen here, that mission was just to clear them out of this little burnt down house. But in the wild, when you just run into them without any objectives or they're just roaming, they work as a pack. So if you're you come across them and you're a bit far away but they see you, they'll growl and they'll make a semicircle and they'll come at you. And, you know, you're going to have to either run or defend yourself. And when they come at you in a semicircle, you can only kill 2 or 3 of them before they're at you. It depends on the guns you have and how good you are with them. Now, what you're seeing at the moment is one of the few scripted sequences in the game. This is where you get to the upper rim and you're following the duty guys to their base. You run into some mutants. Now, this is a bloodsucker, and he like kicks this guy's ass. Now, what happened there was actually it froze after that, so I'll get to that in just a sec. But what you're seeing right now is how you get what are they called? Artifacts in this game. So what happens is basically in the original game you could see artifacts, they're just laying on the ground. You find them, you get them for missions, stuff like that. In this game, you don't see them. You have to go to the anomalies and you have to pull them out of them using the detector that you can see in the left hand there. But it's very much more difficult, and unless you actually have a detector, you're not going to know they're there, so you just completely avoid them. So I've only found a few. Now, the unfortunate part of this review is that the game, like its predecessor, is very, very buggy. There are, you know, enemies will stop moving and then freeze and then disappear. Enemies will pop in sometimes. I've only had that happen rarely. Other times you'll have mission objectives which are uncompletable, so, you know, take and hold this point until reinforcements arrive and no one ever comes, or deliver this to this guy and as soon as you talk to him the game freezes. Stuff like that, or, you know, objects, you know, find this object and it's not where it's supposed to be. Stuff like that, basically. All in all, though, I'd have to give this game an 8 out of 10. I think it is a fantastic game. The only reason I can't go higher than an 8 out of 10, however, is because of the bugs, the crashes, stuff like that. But if you liked the first game and you really enjoyed it and you want to hear the story expanded upon, get this game. It's cheaper than regular games. It's only $80. You can find it for less if you look hard enough, but bear in mind you don't have to have played the first game to know what's going on. It only helps with the concepts. So you can be a complete newbie and pick this up. Basically what I'm saying is buy this game, patch it up, and then play it. Don't play it straight away. So yeah, thanks for watching my